Within the boundaries of one of the world's richest countries live some of the poorest people. Pine Ridge Reservation has an average family income of only $3,700 a year. There are so many injustices suffered by the Native Americans. Millions were forced off their lands, filled with broken promises. Many have given up and turned to drugs and alcohol. Family members abandon each other. The Native plight brings the informed and caring person to a crushing emotional paralysis.
This is what's going on, and this is why what's going on is vital. It's so important, and it's absolutely necessary for us to make a catastrophic transformation.
No food, no water, no heat, no shelter. Violence against Indigenous women has reached an unprecedented level.
And that's why I'm homeless. I sleep up here. I got my blankets, and I tried for food stamp. All I got was $16 a month.
You've got to take care of this because this is your house, this truck.
Yes, it is.
She's so compassionate. She's asking us to help the other people. Meanwhile, she gets $16 a month for food.
The woman of the Native American people is the heart of the family, and we need to help support them restore that heart that they carry for their families.
I applied for a house to have built in the Navajo reservation. That's almost 20 years now. I haven't got anything yet.
Women here are prison. We're prisoners. That's how I feel. If we don't have no say-so, but as you grow up as a woman, our voice don't matter.
Why?
Around here, if you've been sexually assaulted, if you've been verbally, physically, traumatizedly assaulted, you won't have a voice.
Natives were stripped of their land, families separated as children were forcefully taken away to impersonal boarding schools, forbidden to see their families or speak their native language. Being indigenous was considered inferior. Sexual abuse, disease, and death continued to be prevalent, resulting in traumatic childhood trauma, leaving a massive cycle of fear and abandonment.
Everybody else is above us. Even Navajo men are above us.
How do we remind the children that they're loved and that they don't need to commit suicide? How do we remind the mother to build and instill these values in their children? How do we get the fathers to turn away from what their fathers did to them in abandonment, drunkenness, education, and just creating that home that's necessary for a family value?
My father passed away and I never knew him when I was a baby, and my mother was never around due to drug abuse and passed away, unfortunately, to those ailments.
My husband attempted suicide 3 times, and on those occasions I was there. I was the only one there.
I am a vet, 8 years duty for my country, so I'm not really asking for much. I just interested in getting work, period.
My husband doesn't have a job because there's no work out there.
No, it's made me tear up just thinking about all of that, because it's hard to think about it in this point, because when you're wrapped up in it, you just want to escape, and then thinking back on how much you've endured, it's crazy to think about, and it gets me choked up.
To be on the reservation, you have to be there to see it yourself, to see what's going on.
We can't ignore what was once done, but as new generations, how do we come away with that and not hold on to that burden? And I think that that's today and going on is where that change is going to become.
Well, of course, rape, domestic violence, children violence, women violence, it's all here.
I will go to FBI if you do not let us go. I will report you that you're trying to touch our own daughter. So he loaded the gun and he sat there and he told me, okay, go ahead, there's the door.
Of my youngest son who had a concussion and nobody notified us, which the school was supposed to notify the parents if something would happen in that school.
For the youth, we have a chance to give them a new future and a new hope.
And nobody ever stepped in or to at least acknowledge, you know, this child has been hurt.
What can we do is just to become the voice, to assist financially, to assist educationally, to assist in means of trusting institutes that they can rely on.
And if you love, you know, your children, there's nothing else. That's it. That's what we're lacking, is love.
I grew up in a dysfunctional home, like many Native youth go through.
Introducing an empowering women's program, the 48-hour intensive. Transforming generational despair into forgiveness, love, and inner peace once again. Healing the nation's hearts.
We live in such a sterile environment, and what we want is life in that environment, and your contributions will bring life.
Love is the healing medicine. Love is the answer. Help us empower others to grow.
Ayuinchne, which means I love you, I appreciate you, everything about you is good.
The 48-hour intensive is a caring outreach program. Each participant is coached to explore life's challenges and bring light to generational abuse by unlocking the past which weighs us down and healing the terrified little child inside. Each participant will receive a love donation at the end of the course. Please help us prevent suicide, lift depression, reignite spirits, and liberate self-love. Right now, every donation counts. With your help, we can empower Indigenous people once again. Thank you so much for your donation. We give thanks for your time. If you're unable to donate, please share this video.